Yeah, this is Roshan from FIT5225 class, and I'm here to talk about my assignment 1. So here the necessary packaging input like Pillow, Flask, Base64, etc. And this is where I do most of the job. So here, as you can see, I create a dictionary, object.dict, object dictionary, where I take the labels, accuracy, rectangle, height, left, top, width, all the details, and add it to a dictionary. And then I take this whole dictionary and then append it to another dictionary called result dictionary. So this whole dictionary has two things: the ID as well as the objects. So inside the objects is where I have all of this one. So there's two different dictionaries, and then I take JSONify the results dictionary to return as the output for this do prediction function. And there's another change I made to the do prediction function, which is in I added UID as the parameter, one of the parameters. And the reason I did that is so that I could assign the ID over here directly, which makes it easier for me. And as for the main, you can see I've done upload API object detection and method post so that I can post images. And as you can see, I use JSON loads to get like request the JSON to get the JSON file from the Clouded client from the client, and the client is then split into two, where I use JSON read image to get the image in the form of the JSON format, which then I decode using base64, and the base64 is then stored as a NumPy array, which is then like processed using OpenCV, and that's how I do. And as you can see, this JSON read ID is where this is my parameter for my UA ID. So moving on, this is all my variable. This is where I have defined all my path, and my YOLO path is defined over here. And app run debug true, thread true, and host 000. And moving on, I want to show my Docker. So as for my Docker, I'm running Python 3.9 Slim Buster so that it's lightweight and it's easier. And I use apt-get -y, and I install all of these so that I have like it evokes I prepare the Docker environment for the Python, and over here work directory code. So I create a code directory, and over here I add the object detection Python code to the slash code directory, and copy the requirements to the Docker cache, and dot slash. So basically, what I do here is I copy everything, which is just the YOLO config. If so, where the Docker image was created, it does only YOLO config other than the object detection file. So I just copy everything inside the YOLO config to the slash code to preserve the environment. And as you can see, there's upgrade pip, install the requirements, and finally, I just run the code. So let's see. Moving on to master node, I'm going to show you the Docker version. So as you can see, my Docker version is 23.04. My kubectl version. So this is my kubectl version, and I'd also like to show you my Docker. As you can see, I have the CodeDNS beamnets as well. So I have everything over here. Everything's launched and running as well. So these are all my containers. And the main container that I have been using is this. As you can see, the port is 5000 to 5000. And this is my image containing name. And this is the image, sorry. Here's that. So basically, using that, let me show you something else. QCL, my cluster right here. I just want to so I have 3 nodes, one's master, and 2 workers. So as you can see, the master, all 3 are ready, and these are the internal IP addresses. So let me show you my YAML files. So that's my deployment file, basically, as I showed you before, has the S1 app as the image name. Same over here. And the container name, as I shown you before, is our AVAS1 image. And this image, our AV016 Assignment-1 latest, has been hosted on Docker Hub, which is a pull from Docker Hub to host it over here, to run it over here in the Docker environment. And my container port is 5000. This is the default port for Flask, so I decided to use that. And as specified in the instructions, I use memory 5.512 and CPU 0.5 for both requests and limits. And let's see. So deployment down, services, as you can see, same thing, simple enough. It's just AS1 app, I use Noteport, and the Noteport, I use 32,000 because the range is between 32 to 32,000, and I decided to use 32,000 instead. And the port 9,000 because, and target port is 5,000 because the container port here is 5,000 again. So let me show you my VMs. So these are my instances, as I showed you before. There's one master node running and two working nodes running. And this is my public address for my master node. Now I want to show you my VCN as well. So I have opened a lot of ports. So I opened 5,000 port for Flask, 6443 for Kubernetes, and this is for TCP. This is the UDP, and this is all these ports to make sure everything works and everything runs smoothly. So these ports for TCP within the Kubernetes cluster, and this is the ports for node. Back here, let me show you your CTO. As you can see, there's two ports running right now. Now, let me try running. Sorry. So there's a completely different container which I use, completely different instance, which I use Nectar. And as you can see, I'm going to run here, and I'm going to run the log over here. So, thank you so much.